Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone in America, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, and everywhere else. I could say hello to everybody by just singing the Yakko's World song from Animaniacs, but I'm not going to because one, Warner Brothers lawyers are terrifying, I hear, and two, I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video or tapped on it if you're on mobile, or selected it on your remote if you're somehow, for whatever reason, watching this on your TV, because you wanted to hear me talk about nothing for the fourth time, not listen to me cover a song from a 90s cartoon, although I would love to do that sometime, but not anytime soon. So, we are well into 2023 now, I will say, but it's been kind of crazy. It's been a really crazy year so far. Let me tell you about it. You may be thinking, but Wyatt, it's only September. And yeah, it is September, but now about 3/4 of the year is already over. It's giving me that one phobia. It's like a fear of passing time. I don't know what it's called, but I've been developing that, and it's been getting worse every New Year's Eve. Is there anyone out there who can relate? I'm sure there is. So, we've all had crazy news, like, at various other points in the years, through the years. We've all experienced, there's been, crazy news stories all over the place, for the past many years, actually, I don't know, because they're probably not relevant anymore. But 2023's got some pretty notable ones that I've taken quite an interest in, because I'm a grown adult now who's more aware of the terrors and horrors that are the outside world. Because, when you're a kid, you don't really care about what's going on in the world. You just want to plop in front of the TV and watch cartoons, or go outside and play with your friends and have water balloon fights every summer. But, when you grow up and as you get older, you slowly realize that the world is kind of a weird place sometimes. Well, there's been a lot of people croaking too, like the guy from Smash Mouth. He's the last person I would have expected to pass on. What was his name? I don't know. But yeah, he's unalived. He's been unalived. The guy who sings like "Somebody Once Told Me." And I bet you all you out there are going, "OMG, that's the Shrek song." But I just want to assure you that All Star is not necessarily the Shrek song, because, it came out a whole 2 years before Shrek the movie even did. Shrek came out in 2001, which is the same year that I was born. Ironic. So, another death that a lot of people are talking about is Pee Wee Herman. Now, I've never really seen any of the stuff he did. I've never seen a single episode of Pee Wee's Playhouse, but I can imagine it was kind of devastating losing Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. Well, at least Pee Wee's got a new playhouse in heaven, right? That's all that really matters. Yeah. The 2020s decade sure has taken a lot of big names from us. I think Larry King died in either 21 or 22, but I don't know. And, oh yeah, I still can't get over the fact that they took Ed Asner from us. Why? Well, then again, he was 90, so yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about death because it's kind of devastating. So let's move on to something a little bit better, shall we? Um, okay, and that is I forgot what it was, but oh yeah. Anything that came out in 1993 is turning 30 this year. Like, this year's the 30th anniversary of things like Jurassic Park and stuff like that. Like, and also the 20th anniversary of anything from 2003. Earlier this year in April, my friend Ethan turned 20, so that's pretty nice. And it was also 2003, also saw one of my all-time favorite movies, which is Finding Nemo. I mean, I really loved Finding Nemo as a kid, and even to this day, it's basically one of my comfort movies. It's just so nice. Like, anyone else out there love Finding Nemo? Like me? I mean, come on. I can't be the only one, right? Right? Yeah, so happy 20th anniversary, Finding Nemo. Unless you haven't had it yet, then I guess I'm either really early or really late. Oh, yeah. And now, and also, you know what else is strangely happening? Well, this happened mainly earlier in the summer, but I never did a video kind of talking about it because bandwagons move too fast for me. Okay, so one of McDonald's mascots, Grimace, right? He was celebrating his birthday, like, in June, and McDonald's made the Grimace shake, which is like a temporary, it was like a temporary menu item that was just a purple milkshake. I've been told it's berry flavored, but I don't think I can go order it now, because it's too late. But for whatever reason, people were like, they were just kind of, they made this trend where they'd say, like, happy birthday, Grimace, then drink the milkshake and pretend to die from it. Why do people have to turn something so happy into something absolutely ridiculous and dark? Like, come on, lighten up a little, people. I mean, I'll admit I tend to go a little dark sometimes, but come on. Like, why have to do Grimace dirty like that? He just wanted to have a happy birthday. And you people out there are pretending that his milkshake is lethal. But then again, I can't stop trends. Nobody can stop trends. It's like, whooey, you know? But then again, the Grimace shake's not a thing anymore. And I'm afraid if I keep talking about it, then people are going to keep spamming in the comments, you're a dead meme lover. And, you know, that's slander. Everybody knows that I'm not really that much of a meme guy anyway. Now on to the subject of movies. Like I already said, Finding Nemo turns 20, but that's not really relevant. What is relevant is the movies we've been getting this year. I have a lot of movie news. Like, it's been kind of being teased since I think it was 2016 that Illumination, the company known for the Despicable Me movies, was going to make a movie adaptation of the Mario franchise. And when I first heard about that, I freaked out. I've been a fan of Mario for more than half my lifetime, so this was pretty big news. This was a big deal. But then we heard nothing about it for a long time, and then 2021, they announced the cast. They announced that they were gonna have Chris Pratt as Mario, and everybody absolutely lost their marbles. They're like, "No, Mario's supposed to be all wahoo and let's go, not hey, I'm just a normal American accented plumber from Brooklyn." Of course, there were other good, notable names involved in the Mario movie, like Jack Black as Bowser. Like, that's a good one. Everybody loves Jack Black, right? Especially when he was the Kung Fu Panda. And also, they had Seth Rogen, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Keegan-Michael Key, Sebastian Maniscalco, Charles Martinet himself even made a cameo as Mario's dad, and the one guy in the pizzeria who says, "Too much, it's a perfect." Also, I heard Charles Martinet was retiring as Mario. I doubt you're listening, but Charles, we're going to miss you as Mario, and we love you. Love you, Charles. And yeah. And then they released a trailer in 2022, more trailers sporadically throughout the early bits of 2023, and bam! I actually went and saw the Mario movie only 3 days after it came out, and that was one of the best movie experiences of my life. Of course, there's the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's going to be coming out in October, and I actually plan on seeing that. It's probably going to be my first horror movie in theaters, I believe. And then after the Mario movie came out, it made a buttload of Franklins, a whole lot of dollar bills at the box office. Scored over $1 billion, and is now one of the highest grossing films in history. Or at least it was. Because in July of 2023, on July 21st, we got 2 new movies at the exact same day. We had the Barbie movie and also Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's like sort of a war drama, a 3-hour war drama about them building the World War II bomb that ended up kabooming Japan. And sounds terrifying, but almost sounds like something my history teacher would have shown me in junior year high school, now that I think about it. And then there's the Barbie movie, which it's, to those of you who aren't from planet Earth, the Barbie movie is basically a PG-13 movie adaptation of the popular Barbie toy line. And the Barbie movie ended up making so much at the box office that it ended up beating Mario. Like, it beat the Mario movie. I guess that just goes to show people would rather go and see a movie about a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world than a movie about an Italian plumber from Brooklyn who saves the world from a giant turtle dragon. Yeah, I've heard of the Barbie movie. I've seen it all over social media. I'll have you know I've had Dua Lipa's Dance of the Night crammed down my ears for the past 2 months now, and I'm starting to get kind of sick of that song. And then, but then again, and as for Oppenheimer, I doubt anyone's going to be talking about it for a while. But still, the fact that the almighty Italian plumber lost to Barbie of all things. I bet you Greta Gerwig's just laughing herself to the bank right now saying, "In your face, Illumination." And also, I've heard about Pixar's latest movie, Elemental. Yeah, Elemental is just kind of, it's basically just fire people, water people, earth people, air people. I'm surprised no one's been comparing it to Avatar: The Last Airbender yet, to be honest with you. But the thing is with Elemental is that initially it wasn't doing so hot at the cinema. People were deeming it a box office failure, just like Lightyear. Oh boy. Pixar was like, oh no, what are we going to do? But then all of a sudden, it started doing extremely well at the box office. And yeah, that just happened. Elemental wasn't doing so well, and then people were going to see it more, and it was doing fantastic. It just takes a little time, you know? It'll get there. Don't worry, Pixar. You still got your magic touch. But when I saw like trailers and clips for Elemental, it honestly reminded me of a Romeo and Juliet story. And some people think it's just a reskin of Zootopia. And after looking at it, Elemental is kind of mirrors Zootopia, but with elements instead of animals. All right. I think That's all I can say about movie news for right now. Like, we've got the Mario movie talked about, and then Barbie and Oppenheimer, which people are collectively calling Barbenheimer. It's still crazy to think that the two dueling movies of the summer of 2023 are, one's just 3 hours of my dull, depressing life were spent building this bomb that's going to nuke one of our foe countries, all dark and brooding and edgy, and the other is just, OMG, everything is so pink and pretty and perfect, and OMG, Yeah. Polar opposites, same opening day. I know, it's... And, one more thing in 2023 that I've been hearing about is that, so Taylor Swift is still in the middle of her Eras tour. Or, I don't know if it's, like, I've been scrolling through social media, and everywhere I see, it's just Taylor Swift Eras, Taylor Swift this, Taylor Swift that, yada, yada, yada. Oh my goodness gracious. She's literally the most famous person in the world right now. Like, I mean, I don't really blame them all that much. I actually can't really complain too much since, Taylor Swift is actually not horrible. She's actually kind of good. I'll give her that. I do like her older songs, though. Some of them even give me nostalgia. But then she kind of went off the rails after 2013. And is her Eras tour just going to span throughout all of 2023 or something? It would be nice to go, except the fact that tickets cost more than my entire life savings. And yeah, I bet y'all weren't expecting to hear Wyatt Olinger talk about some artist's tour of all things. Yeah. And oh boy, I have saved the craziest thing for last. I'm sure you've all heard of it. You're gonna be all like, we already know, Wyatt, when I say this, but I just can't not mention this, okay? So, Twitter isn't called Twitter anymore, or at least the Twitter bird is gone. Like, the domain is still Twitter, but okay, what happened was, you've all heard of Elon Musk, right? Yeah, Wyatt Olinger talking about Elon Musk. You never thought you'd live to see that day either. So he bought Twitter for a whole yachtload of money. And then sometime after Elon Muskrat bought Twitter, he changed the name to X, the 24th letter of the alphabet. And all I can say to that is, what? What? Why would you do that? Twitter has been called Twitter since 2006, since it started. And you're just gonna... He was just like, hey, this name is so iconic and classic, and it's been used for a long time, and it's practically irreplaceable. Let's completely change the name. And that's exactly what occurred. Like, he changed Twitter's name to X. I've been told Elon has, like, a personal fondness for the letter X, right? I think he named his kid that. It's like XA12 or something. Like, why would you name your kid that? Yeah. Like, Elon, I know you mean well. I know you're trying to make Twitter a less toxic environment, but why would you just change its name? What does the founder of Twitter think? I did not hear about that, surprisingly. Like, why would you change the name of something that's been going on for so long? So long now. He basically... It's like Elon thinks he's the creator of Twitter. I get it. You're rich. You can do whatever you want, man. But changing Twitter's name to X... I mean, yeah, aside from his kid having an X in his name, he also is the CEO of SpaceX. I know, ranting about Elon Musk changing a social media platform's name just seems very out of character for me. And it, you know what, I'd agree with you, you know? I mean, I don't really like talking about my opinions out in the world because, you know, so, which is why most of the time I tend to keep my opinions to myself, but, you know, it is what it is, right? We all have our beliefs. We can think whatever we want. And, I just wanted to point out all the craziness that's been happening this year. Well, it's been quite a ride, hasn't it? Like, people pretending to die all because they drank a berry milkshake, to Twitter getting its name changed by someone who only stepped in not too long ago, to this and that, and one of the highest grossing movies this year being about a doll of all things. It's been nuts. It has been absolutely cuckoo. But to end this episode of the Wyatt Olinger podcast on a lighter note, one of our most popular shows, Galactic Girls, turns a whole year old in just 4 days, because it first premiered on September 16th, 2022, and it's just now, it's going to be turning a year old soon. Yeah, so that's going to be great, isn't it? Well, I think I've rambled on long enough, so thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!